Well, hello, everyone. It's great seeing a bunch of you. There's around 160 of you attending our first college fair. Once again, thank you and congratulations on taking this amazing step about learning about these amazing institutions. We're first going to start with Regis College. I'm going to send it over to Megan, Alex, and Nadie, and they're going to talk about their institution, highlight amazing things about the Regis College, and then we're going to field some questions after FIU.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nidhi Chaudhary, and I look after international recruitments for Regis College. First of all, I'm very thankful for giving me the opportunity to introduce Regis through this presentation. During the presentation, I will give you a brief about Regis College and a lot more reasons why students should choose Regis over any other school or university in Massachusetts. I will be shedding some light on the undergraduate program offerings and their eligibility requirements. And my colleague, Megan and Alex, will be discussing more about the tuition fees, scholarships, and the financials and visa requirements. So to start with, let me introduce Regis. Regis is a private non-profit Catholic university located in Weston, which is 12 miles from west of Boston. It was founded by St. Joseph Sisters of Boston in 1927. And Regis Foundation is based upon our 4 core values. That is gracious hospitality, love and service of the dear neighbor without distinction, peaceful resolution of conflict, and care for all God's creation. Regis community is a very huge community. It comprises with over 3,600 undergraduate and graduate students on campus. And we have a huge alumni network comprising of 19,000 alumni. We offer more than 80 plus graduate and undergraduate programs to students. But since we are focusing on international students in this presentation, I will be talking about the international programs, what we offer. We offer 19 plus F1 visa eligible programs, ensuring students all around the world have the opportunity to become the part of this vibrant community under our 4 fantastic schools, that is School of Art and Sciences, School of Business and Communication, School of Health Sciences, and School of Nursing. Regis will help you succeed. So are you ready to learn about the amazing benefits of getting a degree from Regis College? Well, Regis degree is not just a piece of paper which says you are graduated. It is a symbol of analytical thinking, effective communication skills, and leadership abilities. You can think of it as a superhero cape that gives you power to conquer the world. We pride ourselves on being an inclusive community where everyone is welcome. We are like a family that helps you grow professionally and personally. Our academic programs are top-notch with strong offering in healthcare, nursing, business, and social sciences. In fact, we stand among the first 10 regional institutes for nursing in Massachusetts. And that's not all. Every program offers accumulated internship in every program. This means that your degree is not complete without hands-on practical training. We not only teach you, we make you job ready. Most of our health and nursing placements and internships are at some of the best hospitals in the country, including Harvard, Massachusetts General, Boston Children's Hospital, etc. We have strategic partnerships with more than 100 companies. 90% of our graduates are employed within 6 months of our graduation. We offer global learning opportunities, including study abroad programs. We have academic partnerships with various schools and universities worldwide. Students can choose to study in France, Ireland, Italy, England, etc. Here, I would like to mention our most recent student exchange program for Regis. Few of our SHS students visited our partner Ulster University in Northern Ireland this summer. So we leave no stone unturned to provide our students with diverse cultural experiences and global perspectives. Now, we are a Division 3 school, and we have more than 40 organization student clubs. And I can surely say that there is something for everyone. Are you ready to explore why you should choose or pursue your degree with us? Let me share why you should join Regis and why joining Regis is not only a smart decision, but also a thrilling opportunity for your personal and professional growth. First of all, we don't differentiate between international or domestic student. A student is a student for us, whether it's coming from cross borders or is domestic. Hence, the fees and scholarships which we offer are exactly the same for international and the domestic students. We understand the challenges of being an international student, which is why we provide dedicated support services to ensure your success. Whether you need help with language barriers, cultural adjustments, or anything else, we have got your back. Our class size ratio is small. Our faculty to student ratio is 1:12. All our faculties are scholars and experts in their own field. And because of our small class size, students receive individualized attention, a chance to bond with their professors. Who knows, you might find a mentor for life. Wait, there's more. For all the international students, we provide part-time employment opportunities. You can gain experience while pursuing your degree. And at the same time, you can make some extra cash. It's a win-win situation for both. So let's move on to the undergraduate programs for international students. Our university is proud to offer a diverse range of undergraduate programs. Students can pursue a degree in biology, cybersecurity, education, digital marketing, dental hygiene, nursing, psychology, etc. So whatever your passion, you may have a program that can help you achieve your academic and career goals. Now, moving to the admission requirements. To apply, you will need to submit an online application, an official transcript from your previous educational institute, an up-to-date resume, statement of purpose or essay, whichever you are comfortable with, one letter of recommendation from academic references. If English is not your native language, you will need to provide an English proficiency exam score. However, if you have attended a 4-year university in the United States, this requirement can be waived off. The acceptable English proficiency test includes TOEFL, IELTS, PT. And the next step after getting an offer letter is your financial documentation. The IELTS or PT requirements is the minimum score of 6 is required on an overall basis with no band less than 5.5 in IELTS. A minimum score for PT is 51 with no band less than 43. Once your application is successful, an offer letter is extended to you. But before moving to the financial declaration, wherein you need to provide documentation to demonstrate your ability that you are able to pay your tuition fees and living expenses while studying at Regis, let us discuss the cost. After listening to so much of amazing benefits while studying at Regis, most of you will be wondering about the cost involved in Regis. And yes, I can totally relate to this because being an international student myself, I know college can be expensive, and a student loan can also be daunting. But worry not, because here at Regis, we believe that finances should not stand in between your dreams and your education. Hence, we offer merit scholarships and residential grants to all our students to ease their burden. I will pass on to Alex now, who will be explaining about the tuition fees and scholarships in detail.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Petterelli, and I'm the Director of Undergraduate Admission at Regis. And I know we're running close on our time, so just to quickly go through scholarships and financial aid. For our students, 100% of students at Regis receive some sort of scholarship when they're admitted to Regis. Our scholarships range anywhere between $18,000 and $29,000. But we offer also a $3,000 resident grant for students that are living on our campus. We also offer some scholarships for students that may be specific to their academic program or a high school that they're graduating. For example, we offer an additional scholarship for anybody who's graduating from a Catholic high school. And we offer the opportunity for students to seek those scholarships both at Regis and any individual scholarship or sponsorship programs that you have to be able to pay for your Regis education. A little bit about our costs and fees for the next year. We have we are just about $65,000 all in with tuition and room and board. Our tuition is around 47, and then $17,080 for your room and your food on campus. So students that are living on campus will be just around that 65,000 total for the year. And like I said, 100% of our students receive some sort of scholarship, so nobody pays that full price. And just in the interest of time, I'll throw it to Dr. Megan Gibbons to talk a little bit about the visa process. And then later on, I can answer any more questions about financial aid or scholarships.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Megan Gibbons. I am director of our Center for Global Connections. I'm really excited to be here with you today. Essentially, what I want to say is that we know the visa process can be a challenge and it can be a little bit stressful, and we're here to support you from the very beginning of that. So if you accept the offer of admission to Regis, we will then, my office then reaches out to you to say, congratulations, we're excited that you're coming. Let us help you understand how you need to prepare to get your study visa. So we will send you forms and instructions for how to complete the forms. If you let us know when you are getting close to your visa interview, we have another email that we send with visa tips. And it's my office in Global Connections that provides the international student support services for when you arrive on campus. So we'll help you from the admission stage right through to entry and arrival in the US. You'll have a special international student orientation as part of your new student orientation when you arrive on campus in the fall. And I know that we are short on time, so I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about this part of the process or the international support that we provide for students like you on campus in part of that Q&A at the end. Thank you. I'll turn it back to Nadine just to wrap up.
That's all from our side. So what are you waiting for? Just go back to your laptops, go back to the application side and apply. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Regis College. I know that I learned definitely several things. I was excited about the on-hand practical training, the 90% of the students who go into a job right after. That is an extremely high percentage. The scholarships and residential grants. For those who are still want to learn more, we're going to have Q&A after the next couple of sessions. But this is a very exciting school. And I know that if I could go back in time, I would apply to Regis College. So thank you, Regis College, for giving us that information. I know we're kind of on that schedule. So I want to introduce our next school, Florida International University. Yanni Forrest is going to talk to us about the school, some highlights, and I know we're going to be excited about this school as well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yanni Forrest, and I am an admission recruiter here at Florida International University. And I'm here, and I'm also a DSO, so I'm also on the side of processing certain visas and everything for the international students. And I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about Florida International University, FIU. Okay, so Florida International University, our middle name is International. We are very big here at Miami. We have a very big international population. I mean, due to the location and just the attractions that we have in our campuses. So a little bit about FIU, quick facts. So we have 11 campuses and centers from Miami to China to Washington, D.C. So we really stick to the international theme. We have the highest research classification offered by Carnegie Foundation for the advancement of teaching. And we are the only one in the world to have an underwater laboratory in the entire world. So we have for marine biologist majors, we actually have an underwater lab that they can, our students can come and do research in, and it's pretty awesome. I saw it and I was like overwhelmed by how amazing it looked. We are the number one state, Florida is the number one state in the nation for higher education in 2020, and 96%, and FIU has 96% of the highest degree in their field. Among the large, we're number 4 amongst the largest public research universities in the US, and the number 1 Model United Nations team, we have that in the country. So it's pretty cool stuff. For academics, we have over 200 programs in 6 exploratory tracks. We have over 70 study abroad partnerships. I can attest to that. I did study abroad on my undergrad term in Italy, and it was the most amazing time that I had. So we also have Startup FIU, foster students in entrepreneurship and innovation. We have laboratories for science and hospitality and more. We have state-of-the-art facilities for those things. As far as ranking, we are number 1 in the US and number 2 in the world for real estate research. Number 1, we have the number 1 hospitality school in the Southeast. We are number 2 in international business programs in the US. We're number 2 in architecture program in the US, and number 8 in journalism program in Florida, and number 8 marine biology program in the US. So a little bit about some of the majors that we offer. As far as business, we have international business trips for our students so they can travel and actually go and explore. We have meetings in NYC with JP Morgan executives, and we have strategy projects with different companies that we work with. And as far as architecture, our students have the opportunity to design new buildings on campus, and we partner with local agencies. So our students have a lot of opportunities, not just to like study, but to also have hands-on like experience and learning. As far as hospitality, which is really big here, and I'm actually based in the Biscayne campus right now. Our students work with the South Beach Food and Wine Festival, and we have partnerships with Royal Caribbean, and I think Carnival as well. We have they actually rent space on one of our campuses in the Biscayne Bay Area, sorry. And for our engineering major, we have the Wall of One, which is really cool, and for students to come and actually learn how the mechanisms work. We also have the students also have the opportunity to build prosthetic arms and flying motorcycles. So how fun is that? So as far as the application process, you complete the application online. It's very easy, and you pay a $30 fee. And and then you can always message us at admis.fiu.edu. And for our freshmen, you have to submit your SAT score through collegeport.com or ACT scores, either or. We do not require essays, which is really cool. And you can also submit your official high school transcripts via mail at admis.fiu.edu. And if your transcripts are in a foreign language, it must be accompanied with a certified English translation from one of our NACES certified companies. The company has to be a NACES member. All of that can be found on our website. So we're going to talk a little bit more about our campuses. So welcome this is the overview of the Modesto Medici campus, which is our main campus here in Doral and Miami. And on our campus, we have everything that you can imagine. We have different food locations where you can eat. We have a state-of-the-art gym. And a lot of the time, the students are able to work at these locations. So you can also make some money as you're working. We have a bookstore that's partnered with Apple. We have an Olympic-sized pool. So this is just some of the things that we actually have on campus. And this is the lab that's in our engineering building. So as far as scholarships, international students may receive full or partial tuition scholarships. The first one that we offer is a presidential scholarship. You need to have a 4.0 GPA and a 1370 SAT or 30 ACT score. And it awards up to 100% tuition and fees plus a book stipend. So that's a pretty good scholarships to have. We also have the Ambassador Scholarship, and you also need to have a 4.0 GPA and a 1280 SAT or 27 ACT scores, and it awards 75% of tuition and fees plus a book stipend. We also have general application database of scholarships, and the requirements and awards vary per scholarship. So there's so many different things you can also apply for, and the awards vary. And then there's also the athletic scholarships, and it is highly competitive, but you would have to email the coach footage and the player information, and then they will make the decision internally. As far as on-campus housing, living on campus is not mandatory, but I mean, we have such an amazing campus. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? So you can you can go and list for preferred roommates. You can, or we can match you. You apply for housing after accepting admission. We have all amenities included. So utilities is included in rent, air conditioning, Wi-Fi and cable TV access, front desk with desk attendance, lounges for studying, socializing, and playing games. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. And laundry room accepting cash and credit cards. So you can do everything on campus that you never really need to leave. So some of the first year housing options, we have Penter Hall, which is at the Modesto Medici campus, our biggest campus. For our freshmen, it's 2-person shared bedroom, community floor kitchen. This is a floor plan right here, and it's $26.50 per semester. And there's also the Lakeview Hall for freshmen. It's 2-person shared bedroom or 4-person 4-bedroom private community floor kitchen. And it varies between $26.50 up to $33.50, depending on the floor plan that you choose and things like this. And there's also a personality quiz that you can take to be matched with your roommate. So if you're a morning person, we'll probably put you with someone that's a morning person. And if you're not, then we'll find someone that's more for you. So you can, to make your college experience even that much more better. So we also have first year housings for honor students. So you can be, so if you get accepted into the honors college, for honor students, at least in upperclassmen, there's options for you as well for different floor plans. There's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom one. So you really only sharing a bathroom with one person, and it's about $4,300 per semester. So overall, FIU has over 300 clubs and organizations, student government, Greek life, student programming council, professional organizations, pre-med and pre-law. And we have year-round events happening on campus. There's always something going on campus. We have the homecoming parade, the comedy shows, talent shows, Pentarmonium, Uproar Spring Concert, and Summerfest, which is something I'm really excited about this summer. And we also have a Division I athletics program. So American football, soccer, volleyball, baseball, swimming, and track. We have that, and we're really good. Once you have been admitted, you go to your, you accept your admission at the myfiu.edu portal by May 1st. And for international students, you would need to submit your financial documents as far as your bank letter, your declaration of finance, which can be found on your portal, your sponsor letter, and a copy of your passport. And then you sign up for orientation through your FIU portal, and you submit your application for on-campus housing as well on there. And then also don't forget to turn in your immunization records, MMR, meningitis, and Hep B. So this is basically it about FIU. Please stay connected to us. You can follow us on Instagram at admis.fiu. And international admissions at fiu.edu. So you can kind of like see all the information that I just listed. And also just kind of like, we have a chat option so you can message some of our international students and ask them any questions, and they're just more than happy to help. So if you have any more questions, I'll be able to answer this after.
Perfect. Thank you, Yanni. I appreciate it. Of course, I have visited FIU. If you haven't visited FIU, if you ever have the chance to visit FIU, please do so. It's a beautiful campus. A couple of things, actually, Yanni, thank you for highlighting that. Even though I am from Miami, born and raised in Miami, I did not know about FIU, was that underwater laboratory. I think I probably would have done something with marine science if I would have known that. And I did know this, but I still wanted to highlight it, that #2 in international business. That is amazing. And of course, we will be able to ask questions to FIU and all the other schools after, but thank you, Yanni, I appreciate it. Next is going to be Sam Farmer, and he's going to talk about Louisiana Lafayette.
So I'm with the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Welcome to our campus. It's a very nice place to be. It's one of the things I love about our campus. It's very green, outdoor space. It's not massive. It's very difficult to get lost at UL Lafayette. But there's plenty to offer as well. We are located in Lafayette, Louisiana, in the heart of South Louisiana, which has a lot of Cajun, Creole influence, a lot of French influence. It's very much a melding pot of different cultures, kind of all in one place. About halfway between Houston, Texas, and New Orleans, Louisiana is where we're located. So there's a lot to do, and there's a lot nearby for you as well. For international students, we have a lot of different cultures represented on our campus between current students and alumni. I believe with alumni, we have students from 143 different countries around the world. And we currently have over 600 international students from 88 different countries around the world. We host international students on 2 different types of visas, both F1 and J1. F1 students typically are more degree-seeking students, whereas J1 students tend to be more exchange students and visiting students who are not here for their entire college education. But we do also offer I-20 forms, immigration documents for second language learners, bachelor's degree-seeking students, master's degree-seeking students, and also doctoral students. So we have both undergraduate and graduate programs that may interest you that we have available. We also have a division of global engagement that serves as our primary resource for international students for help with the admissions process, language learning, and really just having opportunities to study abroad and get involved in different things around our campus and off campus. A bit about the university. We are the second largest university in the state of Louisiana with over 18,000 students on our campus, and those students come from all over the country and all over the world as well. Our average freshman statistics coming in are about a 24 on the ACT and a 3.4 high school GPA. And the biggest thing on this page that I'd like to pull your attention to is the student to faculty ratio of about 22:1. So what that means is class sizes are going to typically be at UL Lafayette between 15 students, usually maybe 40 students on the upper side. Very rarely are there classes that are bigger than 50 students, and it's usually kind of specific situations. We house 8 academic colleges that offer over 80 different majors to choose from and over 100 different minors. And I'm going to go through fairly quickly what they are. Our College of the Arts hosts different programs in architecture, design, industrial design, visual arts, music, and performing arts. They have a lot of things to do. And every one of these sites, pages in the PowerPoint has the website for these departments down at the bottom as well. We have a College of Business that offers degrees in accounting, finance, hospitality, insurance and risk management, economics, and then land and resource management as well. We have a College of Human Education and Development. If you're interested in becoming a teacher, working in higher education, or potentially going to kinesiology. We have art and music education, early education, elementary, kinesiology, middle school education, and then secondary education as well. Our College of Engineering is one of the colleges we are most known for. We have tons of different concentrations that you can pick from: chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical, and then petroleum engineering as well. And we have a new program called Engineering, Technology, and Management, which really kind of blends engineering and the business side of things as well. That's a really popular option. Our College of Engineering ranks in number 13 in the world and number 7 in the nation. And we also participate in a lot of different competitive events where we're regularly ranking in the top 5 in the world. Our College of Liberal Arts is the largest college on our campus. We have a 5th ranked moot court team in the nation. We have programs in a lot of different regards: anthropology, criminal justice, English, history, human development and family science, communications, language, moving image arts, political science, psychology, sociology, speech pathology, and audiology is actually one of our kind of hidden gem programs, I believe. And then we have strategic communication majors as well. One of our other majors that we're mostly known for is our nursing program. We have a College of Nursing and Health Sciences that houses our nursing degree, and then health service administration, and also human information management, health information management as well. We tend to have a 98% pass rate on the NCLEX exam, the certification exam, after you graduate with a nursing degree. So the vast majority of our students do go on to be certified and able to work anywhere in the US. I believe last year we actually had a 100% pass rate on the exam. I think every single graduate was able to be nationally certified. And with our College of Sciences, this is kind of our other main program that we offer is computer science. We're nationally known for. We have a 90% job placement rate for computer science and informatics graduates. And we offer majors in biology, chemistry, computer science, environmental science, geology, informatics, mathematics, and also physics. We've got some pictures from around campus, some of our buildings, some of the different activities, graduation. A lot of things are always going on. So that's a little bit about what we can offer you. We'll kind of go into admissions processes now. We have a quick and easy online application. You go to apply.louisiana.edu, and everything's kind of self-contained on our website. You'll hit apply now, and it's going to bring you to a login page where you create an account very quickly, and it'll walk you through the steps of application. At the end of your application, it will ask you for scores and transcripts. So any high school or secondary school scores that you've got, transcripts, any potential college credits you may already be coming in with. And then test scores, ACT, SAT, TOEFL, and then either Duolingo or IELTS, we can accept scores from as well. So international specific student requirements, we look for an 18 ACT score or 500 SAT score in English, with a 3.0 cumulative GPA, 19 ACT score in math or 510 SAT in math, 3.0 GPA, 2.5 GPA, and then official proof of language proficiency. So with a 3.0 GPA, what that means is if you have that 3.0, those ACT, SAT scores for math and English may not matter. If you do have not quite a 3.0 GPA, but you have a 2.5, that's where that 18 and 19 and equivalent scores come into play there. And then for language proficiency, we can take TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, AccuPlacer, or SAT English as well. We have the different international student checklists available for you online as well. I won't get into all of this just in the interest of time, but you apply online. There's a $25 application fee. You need to make sure to send all of your transcripts and test scores that you're able to, provide evidence of adequate financial resources, complete the chronological record of education form, immunization form, and then you'll send your passport or copy of your passport to our international admissions office. Once you're admitted, you'll be able to obtain a visa with different instructions that are involved there as well. I am not the international admissions counselor for UL Lafayette. I typically deal with local students. Christina Bernard here is our international specialist. She would be the main person that you would want to contact. I've got her information here for you, and I'm happy to share that afterwards as well. She would be the best person for any specific questions and issues that you may have regarding international admission. Cost of attendance for a full year, which would be 2 semesters at a full-time 12 hours per semester, we look at typically about $36,000 per year, rough estimate. About $26,000 of that would be tuition and fees. International student insurance would run you another $1,700, and then room and board comes in around $7,000 per year, with books and supplies being another $1,300. We do have scholarships. What I'm listing here are specifically for international students. Basically what these are is it waives the non-resident fee, which comes in around $7,000 per semester, half a year. We do have other scholarships available for students, also for international students, but these are the ones that are specifically geared towards international students. So we do have academic scholarships. We have departmental scholarships that may be dependent on your major. We have athletic scholarships and a lot of different options available for you on our campus as well. Our scholarship office can help answer any of those questions for you. We have a lot of traditions around campus. In the interest of time, I won't get too into these. One of the biggest ones I like to talk about is Lagniappe Day. One of the big things in South Louisiana is we'll eat crawfish, boiled crawfish. And we have a big day where we celebrate and we do a huge crawfish boil and welcome all the UL students. Free meals for everyone as well. There's also always something going on, not only on our campus, but around town in Lafayette. We have tons of festivals all the time. We have the Tabasco hot sauce plant nearby. We have a swamp, Cypress Lake, right in the middle of our campus. If you're interested in marine biology, seeing wildlife up close, we've got those options for you. We have a great study abroad program that you can take advantage of as well. Housing. So we do have great dorm options on our campus. International students are not required to live on campus, but if you'd like to, we have great options for you. We also have off-campus options that are very nearby if you don't necessarily want to live in a dorm building. Students that are first completed and paid will be first assigned. So the type of dorm that you get is first come, first serve. All of our dorms on our campus are suite style, which means you do not have to share a bathroom with the entire floor that you live on. You're going to have a private bathroom within your dorm that you'll typically share with 1, maybe 2 people. At most on our campus, you share your bathroom with 3 people. We have single bedroom options. We have double bedroom options where you can either have a private bedroom or share your bedroom with a roommate at different price points. And we have some more traditional options as well. But all of our options are suite style, at least in some way. We also have living learning communities where you can live with a group based on either an academic interest or a cultural interest or a community interest, something like honors, leadership, community service, business majors, arts majors, engineering majors, that kind of thing. We have those options for you as well. We have a great recreational center just off our campus. Anything you could want in a gym, rec area, different pools, hot tubs, rock walls, running tracks, sports fields. They host our intramural sports, anything like that we'll have available. And then we're all over social media. UL Admissions, Raging Recruiters, UL Lafayette. If you type in Ragins, Raging Cajuns, anything like that, you'll probably find us. It's the quickest way that we can get information out to the masses and share what we have to offer with you.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Of course, I want to highlight a couple more things. If you have not had crawfish, please do so. It is absolutely amazing. And Sam, I don't know who made the PowerPoint, but thank you for putting an alligator there. I made, someone from Miami. I felt at home. I immediately calmed down a little bit. I know it's strange to calm down after an alligator, but it feels like home. I love the support and the resources. I know all these schools have mentioned it, but a lot of the support and resources that these schools are offering international students, right? That is very important. That shows that they want you there and that they'll help you when you are there, right? Be on the lookout when you talk to schools and make sure that they have resources for you all. And I'm happy you highlighted the College of Engineering, the amount of questions and comments that I've received about engineering and STEM majors. It's astronomical, sorry. And we're gonna end it off with our last school, Northeastern London. Georgie Stapley is going to talk about Northeastern London. Georgie, take it away.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Kevin. And really wonderful to be here tonight.
So I'm Georgina Stapley. I am the Student Recruitment Officer here at Northeastern University London. And as you can see in my backdrop, we're right near Tower Bridge in the heart of the city. So Northeastern University London opened in September 2012. We're part of the Northeastern Global Network since 2019. And if you've heard about them, they're in the US. And we have undergraduate, postgraduate, apprenticeship degrees and semester courses, so all English degrees. Mainly a strong focus on the humanities, social sciences, and the intersection between the humanities and the sciences. So at the moment, we're really growing quickly. So we've been around for about 10 years in London, whereas Northeastern and America have been around since 18 something, so many, many years and very well established. We have an expanding academic offering and a very diverse body of students from all across the world. America, we have domestic students from London and then the rest of the world. And at the moment, we have about 1,500 students on campus. So we were founded in 1898. So this is Northeastern in America. It's a global experiential research university, ranked 44th top university in the US and 168th as a global university. We have undergraduate campuses in Boston and Oakland, California, and postgraduate campuses in Charlotte, Seattle, Arlington, San Francisco, Silicon Valley, Portland, Vancouver, and Toronto. Now, we've recently changed our model a little bit to kind of reflect what they do in the US. So we have semester systems at the moment. So we have an autumn semester system, which starts in the 4th of September. So that's when our next cohort will be coming in. And then we have a very nice long summer break for our students. And this is a great chance for them to take on any internship opportunities, perhaps do a co-op in America or in London, and just a really great chance for them to have a bit of a break. So this is a bit of a description of what we offer. So as you can see, for our undergraduate study, we have business as a BSc honors, data science, economics, English BA, history BA, law, LLB. So just to clarify on the law, it's slightly different in the US. So we have a little bit of a different model in the UK, philosophy BA, politics and international relations, and psychology. And then we have combined degrees. So as you can see, we have computer sciences and business, politics and data science, and philosophy and computer science. And I hope everyone can see this. So this is our new wheel to kind of describe how it all works. So it may look complex, but let me explain further. So the colorful wheel on the outside, those are our main courses you can take with us. And then you choose one of those. And then on the inside, we have electives. So the beauty about being on our campus and with Northeastern University London is that you really get to create your own degree. We like to kind of give you the opportunity to dive into subjects you really feel passionate about. So for example, if you chose law and you wanted to dive into a bit of law with philosophy or law with some further languages, you could do that as well. So each year you have your main degree, but then you have a certain amount of electives that you can combine with your main course. And then as you can see in the middle, our very exciting double degree options. So 2023 in September would be the first year that we launched this. So this is the opportunity to study in the UK for the 3 years, and then your final year in the US. And in 4 years, you can get 2 degrees in 4 years, which is pretty amazing. I don't think any other university offers that at the moment. Okay, just a little bit of an example here. So for your single honors, in your year 1, you could choose 4 courses in your degree discipline. So this is a mix of required and elective, and then 4 free choice electives, where I was saying you can dive into different spaces, not necessarily what you're studying for your main degree. And then in year 2, you could similarly 4 courses in your degree discipline, mix of required and elective, and again 4 free choice electives. And then year 3, it's slightly different because this is when you become more of an expert in your field. So 4 courses in your degree discipline, 2 free choice electives, and then at the end you could get a final project equivalent of 2 modules. And a little bit different for your joint honors. So that's when you mix 2 degrees together. In your year 1, you could have 3 courses in your first subject, 3 courses in your second subject, and 2 free choice electives. And then the same for year 2. However, at the end, it's 1 integrative module because they combined, and 1 free choice elective. And then again, at the end, 1 final big project. So just a bit about our kind of teaching styles. We really like to be very engaged and interactive. So a lot of discussion-based learning takes place. We really emphasize personalized approach to teaching. So our classes are relatively small. So you wouldn't get a class kind of more than 30 students, which is really great. If we expand, it would be 2 classes with 30 students, keeping that personalized approach. We have a mixture of lectures, seminars, tutorials, and workshops. Lectures typically have a maximum of 40 students, and sometimes we have one-to-one tutorials or kind of small group-based discussions with 5 students. We were predominantly essay focused in the very beginning, but now we really tailor our teaching styles to different forms of teaching. So group-based discussion, presentation, workshops, essays, so really kind of giving you a holistic range of teaching. And then we have a very exciting option. So the study abroad at Northeastern University. So you can gain your international study experience with a semester abroad at Northeastern University in Boston or Oakland, California. So how this works is in your second semester of your second year, you get the chance, if you'd like, it's not mandatory, but you could choose to go off to America to live there, experience the rich culture they have, and just get to meet more American students. Your studies there would count towards your Northeastern University degree, and you could study alongside almost 20,000 students. So very much bigger scale, and very kind of nice to kind of get that different perspective over there. And this is just a little bit about our double degree that I mentioned earlier. So double degree is launching in September 2023. So this year is very exciting. So you can gain 2 degrees from 2 institutions, and your kind of UK credits would count towards that. And you would just have to gain a few more credits in America to get the 2 degrees. So basically we have 2 options. I mentioned that you could study with us for 3 years and then 1 year in the US, but we also have a very, I would say we don't recommend this for students, but for students that really love their studies, they can do it in 3 years. So in their summer breaks, instead of taking that big holiday and doing an internship, they could work, do online courses for America, and they could then gain their 2 degrees in 4 years. So very intense, but it is an option. So just a bit about our campus. We are in the heart of everything in London. So right in St. Catherine Docks, which is right on the river. I love it because you walk around and kind of feels like you're on a boat because all you can see is the water on the other side, which is really great. We're a campus university. So we have 1 building at the moment with 3 floors, but we are expanding. We're recently going to be moving soon. So that's very exciting. We are very vibrant, so we're on the water side. Everything's very close by. You can get to and from. Transport's incredible in London if you've ever been, and our accommodation is very close, either walking or you can take transport. This is just a bit about our career service. So we have a very strong careers team here that supports you with your career and your personal development throughout your 4 years or your 3 years, depending on which kind of model you take. So in your first year, you can see here, we have CV creation, LinkedIn creation, kind of helping you really build those skills in your first year to kind of, maybe you want to do an internship in your summer. Otherwise, in your second year, it kind of increases, so interview prep, networking, coaching, assessment centers, and then in your third year, alumni interviews, employer visits, and things like that. So
there's a lot that can happen. We always say that if students want to, for example, go and do an internship with a particular business, we encourage that, and our career service are very welcoming to new suggestions as well. Just a few of our graduate destinations. So as you can see, it's a real mix. So creative industries, some go on to further study, and then professional services and finance. So I think sometimes with humanities, students ask, where can we go on to? Often it sounds like it's a small pool, but there really is so much you can use with your degree with us. Just a little bit about kind of how your entry requirements. So our typical offer is AAB at A level, 35 points, or 665 in high level subjects, and in the IB diploma or the equivalent. And we also welcome applications. So for example, if you didn't get those specific grades and instead you got a BBB, we also welcome that. And we do contextual admissions. So what that means is, if you didn't quite reach the grades you hoped for, we would look at your overall background, maybe you're passionate about certain sports and you've done extracurricular activities. We look at everything. You might also have an interview with one of our academic lecturers as well. There are 3 ways to apply. So you can apply through UCAS, you could apply through the Common App. So we recommend that if you want to apply through the Common App, that would be if you're interested in studying in the US and London or London. If you really know that you want to come to London, I would definitely recommend going through our website because you can apply directly and it's very straightforward. And just about tuition fees. So we kind of, we have the same kind of tuition fees as most universities in the UK, so 9,250. But as you can see, they differ depending on what you study, ranging from 21 to 25,000 for international tuition fee. We will also have NU London bursaries for UK students and financial support for those that are international. And as you can see, if you want to follow us, we have lots of kind of social media channels. So please do feel free to reach out. And if you'd like to take a tour or have a one-to-one consultation, you can also book one through us and our emails over there. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. First, for students who are interested, please take that absolute amazing opportunity of having that tour, having that one-on-one. That is an amazing opportunity. I would absolutely take it. I also love the idea of crafting your own degree. It provides you students the freedom to really choose what you're passionate about and kind of continue exploring that, right? That is the idea of college and really helps you kind of pinpoint, yes, this is the career I want to, proceed after I graduate. And I think that's amazing. Right now, we're going to open it up to our Q&A. So please feel free to send me questions. For the presenters, I already have a question that I think is a great way to start our Q&A session. And it's kind of goes for all of you. And it is what pretty much interested you about your college? So what called to you when you think about your college?
I think for me personally at Regis, I felt very connected to the community. I think I wanted to feel a level of comfort when I walked around campus that even as a staff member, I'm able to see somebody I know and strike up a conversation. And I feel like every day I'm able to kind of make new connections and learn a little bit more about our students and the community. But we have a Dunkin' Donuts on campus. So I think some of my best conversations in my 7 years here have been, just standing in line at Dunkin' Donuts and catching up with somebody I hadn't seen for a while. I think it allows you to take a break from the busy nature of school and work and studying to be able to really center yourself and feel connected to the community. And if you're going to be here for 4 years or beyond, if you get a master's, you have that comfort level that, if I go for a 5-minute walk, I'm going to see a friendly face, and that can make a huge difference in your time at Regis.
So yes, I would like to add a point in Alex, what he mentioned. I'm the newest member in Regis community. It's been like 6 months only, But when I say that we are inclusive community, yes, I truly believe in that, because, you know, it's only been like 6 months, but here in Regis, we are a small part. Everybody knows everyone. So you don't feel that you are new or you've just joined. You just feel it like home. And I would like to add one more point, like once an international student is being admitted in a school, nobody cares whether they are suffering, whether they are doing okay, whether they do have any part-time jobs or no. I mean, like we take an extra pain, you know, we try to find out the best possible alternative, as in a part-time placement for these students, so that we can help them reducing their financial burdens as well. So that's something what I feel, that this is something unique, being a small organization, but yes, we are trying to make some extra effort.
I think for me at FIU, I am originally an international student, and I live in Miami, where it's like super eclectic, so many different cultures just intermixing with one another. And I went to FIU because I felt like it was welcoming to me, and I was going to not only be amongst my own community, but so many different communities. And the classes are not that big. They're fairly small, and you get to interact with your professors and the different opportunities and everything. And the study abroad programs, I mentioned I did a study abroad to Italy, and then just kind of like being in a different country and then still being FIU and meeting people from different cultures, which is that's really what drove me to FIU. And I think after I finished my undergrad, I came back because I just enjoyed being around that area and just being around so many different people. You can walk on campus and hear like 5 different languages in just one go. It's super cool. I enjoy that.
I would say for UL Lafayette, kind of along the same lines, it comes down to comfort most of the time for me. Really, a lot of it comes down to just kind of being in that happy middle ground in terms of size. We're not too close to a big city. We're not out in the middle of nowhere. It's not a massive campus where you're going to just be one face in a sea of people, but it's not small where you're not going to have different opportunities to do whatever you'd like. I know Kevin mentioned he appreciated seeing the alligator in the swamp. They recently put up a fence around the swamp so the alligators don't just get out and walk around campus anymore, and I kind of miss that, but it prevents litter, so it helps them in. But there's always something to do. There's always people willing to talk to you about anything. There's always something going on. And you may not be aware of this, Lafayette, Louisiana is basically considered one of the food capitals of the country. So there's never any difficulty finding good food, no matter what you're looking for. But kind of those creature comforts, and just it's a community. The Cajun area, the Cajun community down here is based on cultures melding. So even coming in as an international student, or not coming in and as an international student, there's going to be so many different influences, so many different perspectives around you, that it's pretty easy to find a place to fit in as well.
I would say that a very special thing about our campus is that, you know, you get all kinds of people from across the world. So if you're coming from different countries, so I'm actually from Cape Town, and when I joined, it has just been very kind of warm and welcoming. There's a very strong knit community here. So, you know, even if you don't study the same subject as other students, you'll get to know different students across campus. Like I said, we're not very big at the moment. We're still growing in that growth space. So we have around 1,500 students. And I would say that, you know, there are so many societies as well to get involved in. And if you want to create your own one, there's space for that. We also have lots of kind of sport opportunities. And because we're in the heart of London, that in itself is really unique. I don't know how many of you have been to London, but, you know, we're kind of a step away from all of these amazing kind of cultures and diverse opportunities you can get involved in and activities. So I would say that, yes, we have a very kind of flexi approach to the way you can design your degree, which I think is quite unique. Not a lot of universities do that, but also we have a really strong community. And if you want to feel a part of a community, I did from day one. I haven't been here for that long. And it's just a real vibrant space and lots of energy. on campus. So yeah, I would say that.
Perfect. This next question, I've gotten it worded a couple ways, so I'm just going to make it broad, which is how can students pretty much show their best selves? That is, number one, to get accepted into these amazing institutions, and then number two, to get as much merit-based or financial aid to kind of ease that burden of attending college.
Well, I will start, I suppose. We do have an essay that is part of our application. And so that is an opportunity for you to speak not just about your academic engagements, but really speak more holistically about who you are as a person. What's important to you? What do you value? How do you show others those values? So it's an opportunity to speak, yes, about the academics, but we have your transcripts and we have your grades and we have some, reports in that area. So really the essay is an opportunity to use your authentic voice to talk about what matters most to you and how you would bring your various identities to Regis to contribute to our community, but also, to pull things that you need from our community to help you on your journey to being a better person, not just a student, but a person, and ultimately someone who we believe is going to go out and change the world in the future.
So for FIU, we do not have an essay requirement for application. All we really need would just be your high school transcripts and your SAT or ACT scores. But for the merit-based one, for the merit-based aids, it is all based on your GPA and your SAT scores. However, we do have these other scholarships which are tailored for different majors and different students. So within our online database for scholarships, a student can look and see which there's different scholarships. There are scholarships for first generation students, there's scholarships for all types of things. So you would just kind of like have to go and filter through and figure out which scholarship would be best for you. I know for hospitality, there's like a bunch of scholarships, and I know there's like a few ones for even study abroad that will cover your costs as you're doing study abroad, and it covers for you would just have to provide your flight, and it covers all those things. So that is also something that you students can take a look at. But as far as like international students, there isn't any essay that you have to fill out. We just need your high school transcripts and your SAT scores, and that's about it.
For UL Lafayette, it's very similar to FIU. We do not require an essay for admission. It's based off GPA and then test scores. As far as aid and scholarships, we do have merit-based scholarships. We have incoming freshman academic scholarships that are standardized, which means if you have a 3.0 GPA with, I believe it's a 23 on the ACT or the equivalent SAT. I don't know the score off the top of my head. We do both ACT or SAT. We take the equivalents. You're guaranteed to receive your freshman scholarship. They're not competitive. If you qualify, you will receive an offer. You're not fighting over a limited amount of money or a limited number of spots. We also have different departmental scholarships that are typically merit-based. Some of them may have essay requirements, but it depends on what the scholarship is. So it may be for certain majors, or it may be through a certain student government office that you don't have to be a part of student government, but they'll have that for you. So at UL Lafayette, we don't really do one big scholarship and that's your fit. It's here's some standard ones, and there are a lot of other options that you can receive as well, but you kind of have to go out and find them. We'll have some of them kind of accumulated for you, but there are a lot of different options for you to put together.
For us, I would say we have a personal statement. So when you write that personal statement, really understand why you feel passionate about that specific degree. Maybe mention extracurricular activities you've done, anything that will enhance your background and your kind of experience overall, but also just show kind of give examples as to why you want to do that specific degree. I think the personal statement is one of the most important things, is that written application. But again, I said we do contextual admission, so you might be, in an interview with a lecturer, and then again, just let all of that shine through. But I would also say we do NU, we offer NU bursaries, so for domestic students, but we also offer merit-based scholarships for international students. At the moment, these are kind of being restructured. So we do have more up-to-date information on our website. So we do offer support for those that need as well. But I would say that if you are very interested in kind of unique opportunities and unique degrees and kind of the structure around them and that flexibility, and we're always looking for students who want to engage and learn kind of new cutting edge degrees that we offer, that's something you can add into your personal statement.
Perfect. Thank you all. The final question is, what advice would you all have for this next generation of students as they close one chapter in their academic career while opening their next chapter in their higher education career?
Kevin, that's a loaded question. I would say, I think take the time to really think about that. You have some awesome schools on the screen today. And I think really take the time to think about what's going to be the best fit for you. And sometimes you're going to get a lot of pressure, of course, from multiple sources about picking a major, picking a school, picking a location. I think really sit down and think about, what interests you the most and how can you turn that into an academic program? How can you turn that into a career? And really also, where do you see, where is the right fit? I think a lot of times, we focus on rankings of schools or, who has the best this and the best that, but that might not necessarily equate to where is the best fit for you. So really start to think about what is the best fit socially, and then also academically, really taking the time to think about how you can turn your interests into a career or an education program. And really try and stick on your own path, not paths that are being, maybe given to you by others.
Yeah, for me, I agree with Alex. Sometimes, or this was the question which I generally ask my students when they apply to our university. Enlist your priorities and then accordingly try to search for the school which fits in your plan. That's something I would like to add in. Thank you.
I would simply add to be okay with not maybe having it all figured out just yet. I think that's important. People are going to make some changes. I myself thought I knew exactly what I wanted to major in as a first year, and by the end of the second year, I had changed that major, and that was definitely a better choice for me. So be open to that possibility. And also don't be afraid to take a risk. Some of those choices that we're all sort of presenting to you today, there's always a certain amount of risk involved. And if you're willing to stretch yourself beyond your normal comfort level, that might be a good thing in the end too. So, be open to changes and be willing to take risks as well.
I think for me as an international student, like multiple times, I think when you're looking into the school you want to go to and like after leaving high school, definitely not just look into what you want to do for sure, but keep in mind that might change, and also look into the city that you're going to be in, where the school is. Because as an international student, you are leaving your family behind, leaving everything that is comfortable to you, everything that you know behind. So kind of like keep that in mind as like the next place you're going to be at. Is this going to be comfortable? Like for me, I'm originally from Haiti. I wanted to be somewhere that was tropical, that reminded me of home. So that is something that I had in the forefront of my mind before I started to pick into the school I want to do. Also make sure that you know that you don't have to have it figured out. Like Megan said, I started and I was a business major. I was 100% I'm going to do business. And then like after 2 business classes, I realized that maybe wasn't for me. So I switched my major into international relations, and that is okay. It is okay to to decide that you don't want to do something else, that you want to do this instead of that. It's okay. College is about figuring things out and figuring out what you want to do, figuring out who you are as a person. So just kind of like keep that in mind when you're applying and when you're studying classes. Like it's okay for you not to have it figured out in day one. Nobody does.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Definitely, I would say my first thought would be find a place that you think you'll be comfortable, find a place that you think you could call home. And if you're happy there, the rest is going to work itself out. Statistically, most students change their major at least once in their undergraduate careers. I don't have those numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 50%. It started college as an advertising major and very quickly realized I did not want to be an advertising major. I did an English degree and I was finishing my undergraduate degree and I still didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I figured I was going to go into teaching. So I went in to get a master's. And by the time I was halfway into my master's, I realized I preferred the administrative, the advising, the counseling side of higher ed more than the teaching side of things. So it's still a moving path. I've finished my master's 5 years ago now, and I'm still kind of taking different steps and figure out where I'm going with things. But the important thing for me was that I was at a place where I was comfortable and I had the opportunities to explore different things. I know a lot of universities, but especially UL Lafayette, one of our biggest goals is to provide you the opportunity to try a lot of different things. We put a huge focus not only on undergraduate research, where you're getting hands-on experience with what you're doing before you're out in those career paths, but we focus on broad curriculums, at least early on, a core curriculum. So you're going to have the opportunity to take classes in a lot of different things that you're not necessarily majoring in, so that you can expose yourself to different opportunities and see what you like and don't like, because that really is kind of a lot of that college journey, more so than parties and being in that age group and everything like that. It's finding what you're interested in doing, and there's not a clear answer. It's not going to be something that you have figured out the whole way through, and if you do, congratulations, you're one of very few, but you're going to have different opportunities to go on that journey with whatever university you end up at.
Wow, how do I top this off? So yes, definitely agree with all of you. I would also add that, like Sam said, I didn't know what I wanted to study right up until the very end. I was changing constantly, and my career has kind of looked like that at the moment, so very squiggly. So I would definitely recommend speaking to students, if you want, speaking to lecturers before you decide on that university. Have those conversations. They are so important in university, before university, in your careers. Just start that conversation. So maybe a friend that goes to that university, or your sibling. Ask for that connection and just have a casual chat with them and hear what their experience is like, what the study is like, and things like that. I would also say that explore. So really take the time to dive into different spaces. You won't know exactly what you want to do, and it's really good to kind of tap into these different spaces, whether it's through internships or trying different subjects out. Like I said, we have different subjects each year that you can explore. And I guess lastly, just choose something that you feel passionate about. It's really important that you enjoy what you study. So take that time to understand what you get excited about, what makes you thrive and energetic, and that's a space you should go into. And if that changes in your first year, that's okay, but at least you've made that leap into the unknown, but that you feel excited about it. I think that's really important. So yeah, those are a few tips from me.
Those were all amazing pieces of advice. If you are lucky like Dr. Gibbons and you only change your major once, congratulations. If you are like me, you will know within the first class that is no longer your major. So that, take that with a grain of salt, and really, as all the presenters mentioned, focus on something that you're passionate about and go from there. First, I want to thank all the presenters for being here. This is absolutely amazing. I know our students definitely benefited from this. And if I can take a moment and tell all the students, if you want to just get off mute and thank our presenters for this amazing time and information.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.